r/AskReddit, what's the grossest thing your partner does but you accept? Reading some of these comments has made me realize I'm not as gross as I thought. Don't be so hard on yourself you/fuck_face. Bites whole ass cartoonish chunks out of cheese we have in the fridge. I think it's funny AF and we laugh about it, but she's actually a rat. If it was more socially acceptable, I'd be doing that too. I used to work in a cheese shop. One time I pocketed a wedge of Parmigiano Reggiano so that I could devour it whole in the parking lot. Your partner is so fucking valid. He forcefully gags himself when brushing his teeth to remove phlegm. It's a shockingly loud gag noise every single tooth brushing. I gag when I try to clean my tongue, it's just involuntary. Constantly see his booty crack. But I love the guy. He has no ass. Makes it hard for belts to stay put. Suspenders. My ex never cleaned her room and she had guinea pigs and hadn't cleaned their cages on a regular basis that it was attracting flies while she just sat there on TikTok. I had cleaned her room my third visit to her because I couldn't stand it and had to take the guinea pig cage outside and scrape the bottom, wipe it, and let it soak for over an hour. I wish we could do this newlyweds game style and have the partner answer for comparison. Poor guinea pig, sad face, woulda left her BC animal cruelty. She's averse to wasting water, particularly flushing the toilet, especially when it's just pee. So she will allow a day's worth of pee to accumulate, only for me to have to flush when I get home from work. I tell her all the time to flush every 3 pees, but I'm apparently the default toilet flusher for number 1. Okay, this is nasty. Doesn't it reek? Clips his nails with his teeth and sets the clippings on different countertops. Oh god, I chew on my nail to clip it. I know it's not good at all, but it's a bad habit that I have never gotten rid of it. Multiple times I saw my ex pick a booger and flick it off into his room. Also, about 3 months after we broke up I was cleaning under my bed and found different pieces of gum stuck to the bottom of my bed frame. Mind you, he's the only other person to sleep in my bed. An ex is an ex for a reason, etc. Nearly dying from choking on stringy cheese every time she eats a mozzarella stick. She never learns. I'm sorry, but this is hilarious to me. Hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but I might be your wife. Also, I'm a man in my early 30s. Wife, I leave my hair in the shower. Game show host, let's see your husband's answer. Husband, she doesn't shave her snatch. Wife. Husband, you said last month you were nasty because you didn't shave your snatch. Wife. Game show host. So when I went away over the holidays he let our dog shit on the balcony. When I came back there was 4 weeks worth of poop and piss marks. The dog is really big, around 45 kg/100 lbs, so it was a lot of shit. Worst of it was that since we live in a complex all of our neighbors have seen it. And smelled it. Luckily nobody called animal services or the complex manager. Got divorced soon after. Poor pup hasn't felt grass for a month. What an awful image. Mixes M&M, MS and Skittles in a bowl and eats them together. We've been married 25 years and have 2 grown children. When I see her do it makes me question every choice I've ever made. Toss in some Reese's Pieces to fuck with her. My ex would masturbate in his bathroom and come directly on a specific bathroom wall and then not clean it up. There were literal yellow drip stains all over the wall and I didn't know what they were until I had sat against them multiple times. How the hell did you put up with that? Yeah, so after reading this whole thing I realized I'm not that gross, thanks. This thread is either people complaining over the most minute stuff that's not gross at all, or occasionally just casually downplaying the most disgusting things in existence, and there is no in between. You mean to tell me that biting a block of cheese and licking your unwashed vibrator aren't the same level of disgusting? /S. I'm crying. These comments are either the worst thing on earth or just slightly irritating things. He picks his teeth with the point of a sharp knife. It's not particularly gross, but the thought of metal against teeth makes me cringe so hard, I can't stand it. Me. R/one word suicide. She grabs my belly fat and wobbles it, saying that it's cute and she doesn't care, but I still think it's her Asian way of low-key fat shaming me. That's actually high-key in Asian. It is. Sucks her tea bags dry. Deleted. Flavor wasters around the world are recoiling. Lucky bastard. I do this LOL. They have these dental picks that are designed to go in between your teeth. They're a game changer. Clean his ass in the sink after a poop. Mind you, I bought a bidet attachment that he just needs to get the plumber to connect. Oh hell nah, main WTF. You can connect most bidets yourself, NGL ain't that difficult. She licks her vibrator before using it, having not washed it in over a year. Edit for clarity, it's a wand, not a sticky any type, but still LOL. My wife got a UTI because I read this comment. That is not a vibrator, that is a bacteria stick. Is it a cast iron? Sounds like she's washing it every time she uses it to me. Her immune system must be fighting for its life. Leaves used Q-tips everywhere. His ears are the cleanest I've ever seen, but still can't stand finding them in random spots days later. When he gets really comfy and into deep sleep, he farts up a storm, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. Luckily, there is no smell, just little happy toots and his mumbling conversations. I love him so much. I am always so afraid of this happening to me, like you can't control your body when you sleep and you never know if the stomach will be happy or not. He has a really sensitive gag reflex, so every time he brushes his teeth it sounds like he's battling a stomach virus. Farts during sex. It's like a quick breeze of air going across my balls. Doggy style must be fun. My wife is a petite person, but she can burp on cue and it sounds like demons from the Ark of the Covenant. Why does every petite person I've ever met burp like this? He sometimes eats while in the bathroom taking a shit. He'll also try to feed me snacks in the bathroom, like if he's made cookies and saw me walk past to go pee. I only ever eat in the bathroom if I'm having a long soak in the tub. You won, lost. She poops herself all the time. But she's had a stroke, so I don't mind at all. My cat steals used tips out of the trash and leaves them in random spots, which is gross, but he's a cat. A human leaving them around is much less okay. Unless your BF is adorably playful and bats the tip around the floor for 20 minutes, in which case I take it back. It is incredibly common for partners/spouses to leave the other when they become sick, terminally so or not. I'm really glad you're still there for her. I hope you are both doing well. I hope she's doing well. You're a great person. Take care of her as long as you can. Also remember to take care of yourself too. She squeezes the toothpaste tube in the middle, leaving a dent on it. Straight to jail. She has a habit of farting in blankets she's napping in. Stink just leaks out of it in wisps when she adjusts or moves around. It's silent and voluminous, like she gets possessed by the ghost of Mr. Ed and goes to town. Bruh, she just marinates in her own farts. Doesn't hold back burps or farts. I'm a full defender on letting it out, but it's not so great while having a serious conversation or right after being told someone close to you died. Especially because their farts smell like death. I was used to think how much I dislike my wife for pooing without closing the toilet door. I can't stand with the noise. She does her nail polish and leaves the cut nails on the floor. But all I've read in this thread makes me thinking I'm lucky. I had an open door pooper. I thought it was the worst until I visited her parents and found how she got into that habit. To take his medication in pill form, he chews up a big piece of food, spits it out in a ball, shoves his medication in it, throws the ball of food back in his mouth and swallows it whole. Biting my toenails. You read that right. Not her toenails but mine. I don't like it, but it doesn't do any harm to me. Then she'll chew on them for hours. Wrap up the thread, folks. This is it. WTF. Jesus fucking Christ. I was like, what? Then laughed on your second sentence because the first one was, indeed, surreal. And then I almost puked on my keyboard reading the last sentence. Reading this while I'm eating dinner was the wrong choice. Pull hair from her nipples with her teeth. She flossing? When she gets ready in the morning and puts on socks and shoes, she goes sock shoe instead of sock shoe shoe. Send help. Honestly, this is a bigger deal breaker than the ass-related confessions. Ah yes, the hide the pill in cheese for the dog method. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.